Hey boys, it's Papa for the boys, your six-string slayer of stupidity, scraping by with a busted guitar and a gut full of, are you serious? I'm talking to you young bucks out there, trying to be men in a world that's half clown convention, half group therapy gone wrong. Grab a chair, maybe a cold one if you're old enough, and let's carve up today's woke garbage. It's August 12th, 2025, and the latest idiocy is ethical polyamory. Yeah, the idea that love's a free-for-all buffet. Spoiler. It's dumber than a bag of hammers, and nature's laughing its ass off. Let's riff, boys. So what's the woke issue of the day? Brace yourself, because it's a real brain melter. Ethical polyamory is when one person has multiple partners, lovers. That's right. The glitterati with too many feelings and not enough day jobs are back, telling us monogamy is basically slavery. They're out here pushing the idea that juggling 5 partners, 2 side pieces, and a throuple on weekends is an evolved way to live. They're calling it relationship anarchy, which sounds like a bumper sticker for people who think schedules are fascism. And the bumper sticker goes right next to the one that says coexist. The pitch? Love whoever, whenever, no rules, just vibes, like a rom-com written by a Roomba on acid, and they're leaning on the DSM-5, waving it like a hall pass, saying, hey, mental health says it's cool. Yeah, and my guitar says, I'm Jimi Hendrix. But that don't make it true. Let's unpack this circus, young men. Polyamory prophets are out here aching like monogamy is some dusty relic, like it's a horse and buggy in a Tesla world. They're screaming that one partner's oppressive, probably because it's hard to ghost someone when you've got a mortgage together. They'll hit you with buzzwords, deconstruct love, smash the binary, jealousy's just internalized patriarchy. Jealousy? Nah, that's your brain saying, hey, maybe don't share your girlfriend like she's a Netflix login. These folks, they'd rather rewrite human nature than admit their love everybody plans a recipe for crying in a group chat at 3 a.m. It's like they saw The Bachelor, thought not chaotic enough, and cranked the nonsensical to 11. Like Papa's cackling at a bad open mic set. Here's the kicker. They're selling this as freedom. Freedom? Trying to keep 6 partners happy sounds like a full-time job with no benefits and a side of herpes. Nature's got a better script, boys. Men and women pairing up, building a life. That's the setup that kept us going since we were chucking spears at woolly rhinos. Biology ain't subtle. One man, one woman, trust, commitment. Maybe some kids who don't hate you. That's the jam. Polyamory is like trying to play a symphony with a kazoo orchestra. Sounds wild, but it's just noise. And don't get me started about the health angle. Clinics are seeing STD spikes in cities where this free love is trendy. Coincidence? Sure, and I'm the next American Idol. Now, my young kings, let's get real. You're out there trying to carve a place as men. The world's screaming you gotta redefine love. Make it a free-for-all to prove you're open-minded. Bull. Be proud of wanting something solid. One woman, one bond, built on blood, sweat, and loyalty. That's not old school. It's badass. If someone's wrestling with their head, feeling trapped or confused, get them a therapist, not a cheerleader for chaos. True friends are for helping folks, not rubber stamping them and every one of their whims. Nature's crystal clear. Men and women, built to fit, built to last. You don't need to juggle lovers to prove you're free. You're free when you're strong, focused, and true to what's real. The irony's thicker than my calluses, boys. These anarchists are preaching liberation while shackling you to drama so tangled it'd make a soap opera blush. They'll shame you for wanting steady relationships, like you're some knuckle-dragger for believing in one and done. Meanwhile, every dude I know who's tried this poly nonsense ends up with a therapist or a restraining order. Nature's laughing. So am I. The sex act ain't just a good time. It's where life begins. When a man and woman come together, their bodies sync up in the perfect chord. Oxytocin floods the system. Call it the bonding hormone. 'Cause it glues you to each other. It spikes during sex, especially in committed pairs, making you feel safe, close, like you're two halves of a whole. Add vasopressin in men, and you're wired to protect, to stick around, and biology is saying, this is your person, no one else. Polyamory, threesomes, that's like trying to play a symphony with a broken string, messy and off-key. Now the world's out here pushing open relationships like it's a personality trait. They'll say, why limit yourself? Love's a buffet. Yeah, and so's food poisoning. Biologically speaking, spreading yourself thin dilutes the bond. Oxytocin's a jealous hormone. It thrives on exclusivity. You start juggling partners, and your brain's like, hey, who's my anchor? Cortisol, stress hormone, creeps up. 'Cause humans ain't built for musical chairs with their hearts. Nature's not subtle, boys. One man, one woman, locked in tight, keeps the system humming. Anything else is just noise. Like a kid banging on my guitar thinking he's Clapton. Now let's get to the psychological side, 'cause your head's as much in this as your body. Sex ain't just physical. It's you bearing your soul, your fears, your rawest self. When a man and a woman connect that way, it's like stripping down to your core. No armor, no lies. That's why it's powerful, boys. You're not just sharing a bed. You're sharing trust, vulnerability, your whole damn humanity. The DSM doesn't call monogamy a disorder, but it's got plenty of attachment issues. Folks who can't commit often get baggage, not freedom. When you give yourself to one woman fully, no side quests, Your brain builds a map. She's home. That's security, not shackles. Committed couples have higher life satisfaction, less anxiety than the free love crowd. Why? Because humans crave one rock, not a pile of pebbles. See where the Christians and the Jews get their notions about relationships? They say marriage, one man, one woman, for life, is sacred. A bond that mirrors something bigger, like God's promise to stick with us. That ain't just poetry. It's psychology and biology singing the same tune, and designed in the first place. When you vow till death, you're telling your brain and your body, this is my ride or die. It's a contract, not a whim. Divorce rates? Yeah, they're high. And I've been twice divorced myself because I was an idiot. But couples who stick it out, who fight for that bond, have lower stress, better health, even better sex. Why? Because commitment's a muscle. Work it and it grows strong. Bail and you're starting from scratch, wondering why you feel empty. Life's messy. But one lifelong partner is your anchor, not a chain. You young bucks don't need this noise. You're built for clarity. Pick a partner, build a life, and tell the relationship anarchists to take their manifesto and shove it where the sun don't shine. Here's my riff for you boys. Trust nature. It's got a better track record than any hipster with a blog. Be a man who knows what's true. One woman, one purpose, no apologies. You're built to cut through the fog, not to add to it. Love hard, live clear, and laugh at the clowns trying to make a circus. You got this. Papa, for the boys, is torching a pile of polyamory zanes and strutting off into the sunset. That's the riff for today, my kings. Keep it tight. Keep it real. Stay sharp and stay true.